Welcome to Robert Kiyosaki's The Business of the 21st Century. Robert Kiyosaki is recognized internationally as one of today's leading financial experts. The author of the best-selling Rich Dad, Poor Dad, his books have been translated into 51 languages in 109 countries and sold more than 28 million copies worldwide. Robert has spent his life educating people on how to attain financial freedom. Now, through this special video presentation, he explains why network marketing is indeed the business of the 21st century and how you can take advantage of its opportunities to create the life you desire.
In this section, I want to talk to you about a different kind of quadrant. Years ago, I found out there was 4 kinds of people in the world. You know, one type are people who must be right. These people know all the right answers. They went to school. They know everything. You can't tell them anything. This is not a good business for them because their minds are too set. Another kind of person is a person who must be comfortable. You know, the house could be on fire, but they're still watching TV, eating a hot dog, watching what's going on in the world. These people are toast because the world economy is not coming back. The world economy has moved on. And people who need to be comfortable will probably be left behind. So the people who need to be comfortable, you probably shouldn't talk to them because you only make them uncomfortable. And they're probably not going to make the move because number one priority is being comfortable. Another kind of person is a person who must be liked. You know, they want to please everybody. This is probably not the business for them either. You know, because they want somebody else's approval. They want to be the good little boy or girl saying, I did the right thing, didn't I? You like me, don't you? And so they'll probably not be successful in the 21st century because they'll probably want to be liked by people who have to be right, and people want to be comfortable. All right, good, be comfortable. All right, you're very right. You know, that's probably being liked. But the business for the people of the 21st century are people who must win. And that's where I am at. One of the best things I was taught in the Marine Corps and at military school is not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you stand up. When somebody knocks you back, what do? Oh, you hurt my feelings? You'll probably not be successful. The world will probably pass you by. Because as I said, the world economy is moved on. It's not coming back. So winners will win. But winning takes sacrifice. Success takes sacrifice. And these are the people who will do best in business of the 21st century. So when you're talking to people, you know, about this business, you have to look at them and ask yourself, is this person really just going to be liked and they'll tell you what you want to hear? Or they're going to argue with you because they know all the right answers? Or they're going to get very upset with you for disturbing them? So what you're looking for in the network marketing business are people who want to win. People who know the economy has moved on. You'll find every race, gender, age, and background in network marketing. But what they really want to do is they want to win. It really is a true playing field in the world, but not for these people. These people will be left behind. Network marketing is for people who want to win because network marketing is the business model of the future. If you want the government to take care of you, then just keep doing what you want to do. It is possible for everyone to win, but the problem is you've got to commit to it. You've got to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate 5 years of my life. You want to look at the leaders and say, those are the people I want to be like. Those are the kinds of people I want to hang out with. That's what you got to say to yourself. And I want to help other people do what I want to do and win in life. And that's why I support network marketing, because it really is the business for the 21st century.
All right, so thank you guys for watching that short clip. In case you guys don't know me or have never seen my face before, my name is Ricardo Suber. You might have seen me. Oh, I know the lighting is bad. I'm looking at myself right now. All right, well, I'm actually shooting on location. I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts. So in a moment, I think I'll turn on a light in here so you guys can see me better. But I wanted to welcome you guys tonight. I did want to have a brief but frank and informative conversation with all of you. You guys can actually interact with me live on the chat room. I'll also give out a phone number you can call, and you can actually interact with me live on here. But all I simply want to do is just exchange some information with you. And basically, this is a benefit to all of us, because basically what I'm about to say and the information I'm about to present is extremely relevant to all of us, because it has to do with what we do in our everyday life. All right. Now, I'm sure all of us, all right, now, unless you were just blessed or if you float on air, we all pay bills, right? We all pay bills. And most of us work. Most of us work a regular job where we exchange hours for dollars. Clock in, money starts. Clock out, money stops. All right. And that's actually how capitalism in America is built. But something else that's very powerful that's happening right under our noses is something that's been going on throughout time. And that is that there always seems to be a wealthy elite. All right. The elite 3% or 2% or 1% or whatever you want to call them. These are typically people, and this is not, I wouldn't even consider them doctors or lawyers, because even though they're high paid, many of them still work a job. So for instance, a brain surgeon, if he gets arthritis, he can't work inside of someone's head. All right. And virtually his income is eliminated. So he's still exchanging hours for dollars. And many times you guys might have seen articles where they just say that many of these professionals might be just broke on a higher level. All right. But then you have people such as investors, your real estate tycoons, and even your CEOs. They're able to leverage their time so that they actually earn money while they sleep. All right. And this is something that's foreign to most of us, because we weren't taught this in school. We were taught something called linear income. Again, you exchange hours for dollars, you clock in, clock out, and what most of us do, there are actually studies that are out there, and it's really easy to see that. Most Americans, they say about 90% of all Americans work a 9-to-5 job, they work for 40 years, and they end up having to retire on 40% of their income. All right, just like my parents, just like pretty much everybody that I've known up until recently has adopted this lifestyle in which you just work for money, all right, and then you retire on very, very little. And unfortunately, this is why you see so many elderly greeters at Walmart, or so many people who are elderly just looking for an extra source of income. All right. And they actually say that the majority of people who reach the age of 65 do not have enough money to retire on, and most run out of retirement funds within 3 to 5 years. So all I'm going to simply present to you guys tonight is an opportunity that if you position yourself in this business, you can actually leverage your time and earn money while you sleep. And this is not putting you in business, in much respect to all the other direct sales businesses out there, but this is not selling a coffee or a lotion or a potion, because in these economic times, it's very, very hard out there. All right. There are 15 million people who are out of work. And so what are people looking to do? Let's just have an honest conversation. And you guys in the chat room, feel free to chime in. You can hit the login button. But what are people looking to do in this economy? Looking to do two things. Either save money on things that we're already doing, all right, or make additional income. Well, you guys are in the right place at the right time, because that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm not going to be introducing anything new to you, just maybe a new concept which will allow you to not only save money on bills you're already paying, but also make money and show others how to do the same. And as a result, being able to profit off of that. All right. So a little bit more about myself. My name is Ricardo Suber. I was born and raised in Linx, Massachusetts. As a matter of fact, this is actually my childhood home. I'm actually here with my parents. My parents actually just went out to the movies. You know, but I'm here in Massachusetts. I'm here to actually celebrate my father's birthday. He's turning 68. You know, my mother's turning 69. And although, in my opinion, it's not too old because they are still able to live a normal lifestyle, I know that very, very soon I'm going to be the person in charge of taking care of them, just like they took care of me so many years. And I know there's so many of us out there. I don't know what your motivation is in life. It could be your kids. I don't have any children. It could be your kids. It could be just achieving financial freedom for yourself. Maybe you're trying to live out a dream. Maybe you're trying to be, you know, a high-powered person. Or maybe you just want to leave a legacy so that years now or years from now, your children's children's children could look up at a picture of you over the mantelpiece and say, you know what, that woman was great or that man was great. And that's what I want. I want that for my family. And that's why I took a look at this, and this is why I've always been entrepreneurial minded, because they always say that you cannot get rich working a day job. You cannot do it. It is impossible. All right. Your wealth, you earn a living during the day, but you earn a fortune at night in part-time. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you guys about. So without further ado, I'm going to go into a business that was made privy to me. And again, you know, my story, grew up in Lynn, Massachusetts, youngest of 5, went to college. I was always entrepreneurial. I chose computer science because I knew I'd make a lot of money coming out. Got out of school, worked in the field, and even though I was high paid at a Fortune 100 company, I was fired with very, very little to live on. All right. At the time, I had also published a couple of books, ended up on national television, and the books have done extremely well. As a matter of fact, that's when I began to awaken and realize that I could do something one time, such as write a book, but every time that book was sold, I get a piece of it. But here's a problem with the book publishing industry. All my publishers and entrepreneurs out there, even though I still earn residual income every time a book is sold, the problem is this. When you write a book, it's hot for a while, and then guess what? You got to write another one. Hot for a while, then you got to write another one. I have 4. All right? And I'm going to continue to write books because it's my passion. But I realized very, very quickly that this is how you can start to step into wealth. Okay? So, for instance, you have artists like Beyonce, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z. They record an album one time, and they get paid every time it's spun on the radio or sold. All right? So what I'm going to talk to you guys about is something that you can do one time, but you can get paid over and over and over again for the life of the person that you introduced as a customer. Okay? And also show you how to build an organization doing this. Okay? So the business I'm going to be talking to you guys about, and feel free to interact in the chat room. I see Entrepreneur Connoisseur in there, and Brandy, and quite a few other people. If you guys have questions, hit login. Feel free to interact with me, all right? But we're going to take a few minutes and talk about this opportunity called 5 Linx, all right? Now, all 5 Linx all this simply is, it's a direct selling telecommunications company, which is also in energy. Now, here's all I want you guys to, if you guys are like, okay, what did I log into? For those of you guys who don't know me, who might have just seen this link, before you cast any judgment, all I want you to do is keep an open mind. And if it makes sense, let's have a conversation. If you remember nothing else after what I say right now, just remember this. All we simply do is help people save money on a bill that they're already paying. And for you doing that, you can get paid every time a bill is paid. Okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is your 5 Linx why. Okay? Now, hold on, give me one moment. Now, here we go. Now, there are a lot of reasons why people get involved in a business like this, all right? And you're going to see my pointer right here. It says your 5 Linx why. You know, more time with family. Who wouldn't want to spend more time with your family, especially if you have young children at home? Diversify your income, pay off debt. This one is huge for me because I ended up with about $100,000 in loans after graduating from college, with a job that paid me much less than that, especially when I started out, was much less than half of that. So paying off debt is huge for me. Children's college fund, giving more to charity, financial freedom. I already told you guys my why, or my motivation, you guys, is deeper. You know, when I think about my wife, I think about it too hard, I start to choke up because I think about my parents. I think about how much they've done for me and how much I want to do for them. All right, because I feel like everything that they've done for me, I could never repay them. $1 billion couldn't repay the debt of gratitude that I have toward them. So we all have our motivations. But the thing is, the most important thing about your why is that you establish it, because when the inevitable bumps and bruises come on the road in business, that you're able to get through them and you're able to break through that brick wall. All right? So the next thing we're going to talk about is the company. Now, you guys might be saying to yourself, well, what the heck is this 5 Linx thing? All right. And matter of fact, you might be thinking, well, Ricardo, you counted wrong because there's only 3 co-founders right here. But 5 Linx actually stands for these 5 core principles, which is vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. Now, this company was founded in 2001, so it's out of that pray to stay and make it phase, or maybe we'll make it past the 3-year hump. You know, we've been in business for over 10 years. Now, these co-founders, each of these gentlemen, I met all 3 of them. They have a combined 60+ years of experience. So you have experience in the helm of direct seller communications and sales, all right? So now in the past 4 years, what's been going on in this country? We've been in a recession. And when a recession happens to us, we don't think of it as a recession. It's more like a Great Depression. We have a lot of us who are out of work, and even those of us who are in work are often doing the jobs of 2 or 3 other people. Or maybe many of us have 2 or 3 jobs. And what I've always heard, and my mentors always said, 2 or 3 jobs should be for 2 or 3 people. All right. So if you're working more than one job, then this should definitely speak to you. The headquarters is real big, but the most important thing about this slide and what I like is that representatives come first, because they know that if we're making money, we're happy. And if we're happy, we're going to stick around. And if we stick around, we're going to continue to build it, and it's going to continue to grow. And as a matter of fact, we have been projected to grow into about $1 billion within a couple of years. And we're only, and I say this seriously, we're only about a $100 million company. But just imagine 100% or 1,000% growth. All right. And that's exactly what we're looking at. And this is 800% growth in just the past 4 years. All right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is third-party credibility, because many of you guys may know me, but many of you guys don't know me from a hole in a wall. So what I'm not asking you guys to take my word for it. I'm asking you guys to do your research. Now I'm going to put the camera back on me briefly. All right, so you guys can see me again. Now what I have here, I actually got this from Barnes & Noble a few months ago. This is the January edition of Your Business at Home. If you guys have ever looked for an at-home based business, all right, you might have seen this magazine and might have thumbed through it. Now, this was actually a cover-to-cover feature that 5Linx was featured in. And if you see the cover, it says, "Earn income from products everyone uses every day." All right, so this is credibility. This is documentation. This is not a fly-by-night company. All right, and this is actually a cover-to-cover feature. You see a lot of the success stories, including my mentor, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. These are people who are touchable. All right, and that explains more about the opportunity. So we've been featured in all these publications that you see here. Success from Home, Your Business at Home. This is the magazine I had in my hand. All right. However, in addition to being a top company in Rochester, New York, and just being featured again in Direct Selling News, this is the periodical you guys should be acutely aware of. All right. And I don't care what your walk of life is right now. You could be unemployed, a janitor, a doctor, a lawyer, or even a corporate CEO. I can guarantee you that this is the magazine that you will know about or should know about if you've ever decided to take a look at investing in a business. And that's called the Inc. 500. Now, Inc. is a popular magazine similar to your Forbes and Fortune. And once a year, they come out with an edition called the Inc. 500. All right. And what they do is they profile the fastest growing privately held companies in the nation. So just think about your local downtown area. I don't care if you're in Houston, Vegas, Atlanta, Boston, Chicago. You easily have 500 businesses probably in just a couple block radius. So this magazine takes all the businesses in North America, including Canada, throws them into a pot and takes the 500 fastest growing businesses. Wouldn't you say that's an elite group? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? 5Linx has been featured as one of the 500 fastest growing privately held businesses in the nation for 4 years in a row. The only company in its category to have done that. All right. So this is amazing. So when I was taking a look at this for the first time, that was very, very important to me because I wanted to know if documentation could beat the conversation of the person who introduced it to me. All right, and it definitely did. So the next thing we're going to talk about, we're going to get into the opportunity. I don't believe in wasting time, so let's just get right into it. These 5 bubbles signify where the millionaires and billionaires have been created in this country. Let's look at this, the PC industry. Before this, we were using typewriters, but you had gentlemen by the name of Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, rest in peace to him, Michael Dell. These gentlemen took hold of this industry, and now their families and their offspring and future offspring will never have to worry about money again because they got in at the right place at the right time. All right, it's all about timing and positioning. Then you have the mid-'80s. All right, there was one long distance carrier in the U.S. that was AT&T, all your Bell companies. So for those of us who are old enough to remember, it was very expensive to make a long distance call. I don't care if you were in Boston and just want to make a call to Rhode Island, or if you were in Chicago just wanting to make a call to Milwaukee. If you were in Atlanta just wanting to make a call to, maybe Charleston, South Carolina. if you go outside of your area code, you would have to incur long distance charges. Well, guess what? People began to complain. The government deregulated the industry, and that's when you saw companies spring up like Sprint and MCI. No one had ever heard of Sprint. No one had ever heard of MCI, but they came in, drove the prices down. But what do you guys think? Just think to yourself for a second. What do you guys think happened to the people who saw the vision of Sprint back in the 80s when no one had heard of them? Today, they're having a conversation probably somewhere in Tahiti. All right? Quite honestly, because they saw an opportunity and they took action, got involved in a wealth trend. And then you have the cellular industry. You guys remember these big brick phones? They were like weapons. And you guys probably remember all of your movies and your cartoons. I remember cartoons from the 80s where everybody had one of these big brick phones because this was the thing. Even in the Jetsons, they would have these big brick phones. You know what I mean? And it was futuristic back then. Well, guess what? Companies that saw the vision of the cellular industry when it wasn't popular, like Motorola and Nokia, they became billion-dollar players in this industry. Those who saw the vision got involved. But I just want to ask you guys a sobering question. Were any of us or were our parents invited to the PC industry, long distance, or cellular party? Of course not. We weren't, because if you were, you probably wouldn't be on this webinar, quite frankly. Okay? Now, but what I do want to talk about is not only the internet, but something called VoIP, all right? Text marketing and energy. VoIP, all that simply is digital phone service. So I don't care if you have a triple play package by Optimum, Comcast, Clear, if you've ever used Skype before, or if you've heard of Vonage, these are all VoIP companies. All it means is digital phone service. Everything's digital. All right? Then you have text marketing. All right, all these commercials, you see text this to that. Text this short code to that code. All right, this allows you to get on someone's VIP list or a restaurant list. They predict that 98% of all businesses will have a text marketing service in the next 3 years. Right now, it's under 10%. And then you have energy. All right, so we all know about energy. And so what I'm going to do without further ado is discuss how not only can you make a fortune off of this, but you can retire yourself and your family through these wealth trends, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is VoIP. All right? VoIP, all that simply stands for is Voice over Internet Protocol. This is digital phone service. All right? We actually have our own network called Linx. So just like Verizon has a network, Vonage has a network, we have a network. So by getting involved in this opportunity, you actually own a piece of a network. And true wealth is established in true ownership. All right? So everything big actually comes in a ship. Battleship, scholarship, ownership, entrepreneurship, all right? And this is ownership right here. So now all VoIP simply allows us to do, it's digital phone service. It cuts the cost of phone service by up to 50%. Over 44 million US households will be on this technology within the next 6 months. So what if you could get paid every time just a fraction of these 44 million people pay a bill? All right. Then we have something called GSP-10. It's like Skype on crack, we like to call it, because it truly does everything Skype allows us to do. But guess what? It's high definition video to video calling, 4-way video calling, truly advanced stuff. We're in residential and commercial markets. We have mobile apps which actually turn your iPhone Wi-Fi signal into home phone service. So you can actually call anybody up to 75 countries unlimited. All right, on a Wi-Fi signal. And then you have a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art network. Again, the most important thing about what you see here is opportunity. And what this allows you to do is that every time someone gets one of these products or services through you, you actually get paid. And I'm actually going to make this more real for you guys because that's all cool. But what are we doing these days? We're on our phones, we're texting, but there's also something new. We have a new industry. It's called the tablet, all right? Now, a tablet, what I'm playing with right here is actually our very, very own 5 Linx Velocity tablet, okay? I actually think I had this on a little bit earlier, so you guys aren't going to see the intro screen. But this is our own tablet. This is the newest Android operating system. And on the back, it actually says 5 Linx Velocity tablet. This is our tablet. Okay, so you would have a chance to own a piece of this technology, and let's say someone bought this neat gadget through you. They activate service on it, and every time a bill is paid, or let's say they go into a store or order a movie, rent a movie and watch it on the tablet, or get a game. Every time a purchase is made on a tablet, you could be getting paid. Every time someone gets digital phone service through you, you could be getting paid. All right? That's the concept of this company, and that's why it's so powerful. Okay? So the next thing we're going to talk about is something that we all use. So all of us are relevant in this conversation, and that is energy. All right? So all the energy program simply is it gives a choice to the consumer. So all this means is that what's going on in this country, just like when they deregulated long distance, they're also deregulating energy, gas and electric markets all over the U.S. This is a multi-billion and may even hit $1 trillion, all right? This is a huge industry. This is 10 times the size of telecom, okay? Because all of us, I don't care if you like us or you don't, I don't care if you like someone else or you don't, everybody out there pays energy. All right? If you've taken a hot shower in the last 24 hours, you used energy. If you flipped on a light switch, just by watching this show, I know for a fact you're using energy. But what if you could position yourself so that every time you save someone on their energy bill, guess what? You could be getting paid every single month that they pay a bill. So that means you do something one time and you get paid over and over and over again for what you did one time. All right? So we're in residential and commercial markets. We're in natural gas and electric. And like I said, this is a $500 billion industry. What if you could just get a piece of a $500 billion industry? Okay? You can introduce a person or a business to energy. Guess what? You can help them save on a bill they're already paying. And every time they pay that bill, you get paid. Now, that already sounds great. And it is great because we're in every household. Because not everybody has digital home phone service, but everybody has energy. All right, but in addition to that, we are able to help you make money every time someone pays a cell phone bill, every time someone pays a home security bill, every time someone pays an internet bill, merchant processing services, every time someone watches TV, protects their identity, sends a text message, or has a bundle of services which include text marketing, which includes web conferencing software, which is like a Geek Squad type of thing, and like a Groupon kind of thing where you can save on VIP discounts. Well, let's go ahead and break this down. So mobile. I know we all either probably have Verizon, Sprint, or T-Mobile. We're paying these companies billions of dollars. All this simply means is that we have contracts with each one of these companies. You don't have to go out and get the contract. You already have one when you get on board with us. All this simply means is that you help someone save on a bill that they're already paying. They upgrade through you. You help them save on the hardware of a phone, and every time they pay a bill, you get paid. All right? Security. We have a contract with GE. GE has a company called Protect America, which recently just beat out ADT as the #1 security company in the U.S., and they have a contract with the White House. So if they're good enough for the White House, they should be good enough for your house too. They're definitely good enough for my house. All right? But if someone gets this service through you, not only do you get an upfront bonus every time a service is purchased through you, but every time they pay a bill, you get paid. High-speed internet, same concept. We have a contract with all the major internet providers: Verizon, AT&T, Comcast, Clear. All this simply means is that by someone going through you, you get paid. Merchant processing. This is great. Let me break down merchant processing. You guys need to just see how I'm going to explain this. Let's just say you go into a restaurant. You go into your favorite restaurant. Because I believe that if I spend my money at any commercial location, they should support my business. Because you have to think like a business person. We're not thinking like 9-to-5ers when we're in our part-time thing. You cannot achieve wealth in the 9-to-5. I want to stress that. Okay? But let's just say you go into your favorite restaurant that you've been supporting for years, or your favorite hair salon that you've been supporting for years, or your favorite even department store that you've been supporting for years. Now what you can do is make money every time a credit card is swiped. Check this out. You go in, speak with the manager, all right, or the owner, and you can say, well, guess what? I can guarantee you a savings on your merchant processing bill. And you can tell them, if I can't get you a savings, I'll walk away and 5links is going to send you a check for $250. What do you think that business is going to say? You think they're going to say, well, we ain't going to do it. No, that business is going to say, well, you know what? We'll give it a shot. Because they know that if you can't save them money, 5links is going to send them a check. Well, guess what? If they get on your service, every time a credit card is swiped at that location, you get paid. That's how merchant processing works, okay? Merchant processing is powerful. In addition, you have satellite TV. Every time someone clicks on the remote, watches Dish Network or DirecTV, guess what? We have contracts with both. Every time they pay a bill, you get paid. Identity theft. Well, we have ID Guard. This is actually a company that 5Linx owns. All this simply means is that, guess what? You can help someone protect their identity for only $14.95 a month, but just by doing so, you get paid. Then you have text alerts. All right, you've seen these commercials, you've seen billboards that say text this to that. Easiest example, look at American Idol. If you like Bobby, text star 105 to whatever. That's text marketing service. That's text alerts. All this simply means is that you can help someone get this technology, club promoters, independent contractors, personalities, models. Well, guess what? They get on this service through you, and every time they pay that bill, you get paid. Then you have business elite services. This contains text alerts. It contains VIP discounts like Groupon. It contains a Geek Squad solution where someone can come out to your home and fix your computer, or they can do it over the internet. And it contains web conferencing software such as this. All right, you can help someone save on that. You get paid. Platinum Services allows you to run your 5Linx business. Here's what I want to say to you guys. If you guys are like, look, that was just too much information, just remember this one thing. This word says essential. These are products and services that we pay anyway. So let's just say, God forbid, and I hope that this doesn't happen, but let's just say wherever you work, let's say you go in on Monday and they say, you know what, your services are no longer needed. You know, we had to have a downsize, or you have to get laid off. Well, when you get laid off from your job, obviously your income stops. But check this out. Does your cell phone bill stop? No. Are they going to say, well, guess what? You are unemployed. We're going to stop paying you. No. And guess what, you guys? I learned that lesson personally, because when my Fortune 100 company kicked me out the door, Verizon continued to bill me. Feel that? All right. Energy, same thing. If someone pays an energy bill, all right, if you pay an energy bill, if you lose your job, is that bill going to continue to come in? Yes. We have all these bills. But let me ask you this. We have one job. So you have all these bills and you have one job. Now, where, you know, many of us are from, that's like getting jumped, because you only have one source of income and you have multiple bills. All this simply does, these are essential bills that we have to pay. So all this simply does, it puts you in the driver's seat so you're able to save money every time a bill is paid. But guess what? By someone getting this service through you, you could be getting paid every time they pay that bill. All right. So if you want to find out how the money works in this thing and why many of my partners, including 23-year-old Chad Thompson, is earning $50,000 a month, this is someone I know personally. How you can earn $50,000 a month or even more. He's not even the highest income earner in this business. But how you can earn that kind of money doing this, I'm about to show you how. So pay attention, get out some notes, because I am going to answer some live questions on this broadcast. All right. So the first thing the company wants you to do is to acquire 20 customer points. Now, if you're thinking, well, I easily know 20 people who know these services. It's even easier than that, because every product or service is worth a certain amount of points. So when I got involved in this business, the very first thing I said to myself, I said, well, you know what? If each product is worth a certain amount of points, how many points can I get before I even have to talk to anybody? Because when I got started, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I'm like, man, everybody's going to think I'm trying to sell them on something. I was like, man, I don't have any sales skills. I gave myself every excuse, but then I said, you know what? I still pay all these bills, so maybe I can save myself some money and maybe make money in the process. So what I did was I saved money on my identity theft protection. I got ID Guard. I said, let me see how that works. I saved money on my internet. Did that quickly. All right, that gave me 2 points right there. Just by getting started and getting platinum services, I already had 3 points. So by the time I went through my household, change over some services, including energy, saving myself some money, I was already at 11 points. So of course, you're going to be your first and best customer. Well, the next person I went to was who? It was my mom. And so what my mom did was, my mom was like, well, you know what? I don't really know about this little thing that you're doing. It looks like one of those things, but how much can I save on my home phone bill? My mother was paying about $50 a month on a home phone bill. I cut it in half. still enjoys the same great service. She can also call to Canada if she wanted to, but here's the thing. Every time she pays a bill, that money comes back into the family. Okay? So by my mother getting on that service and by me getting a couple of more customers, just friends and family that I already knew, no knocking on doors, no standing around with a clipboard, no fancy schmancy presentations, I just said, hey, if I can help you save money on a bill that you're already paying, can we talk? Well, just by doing that, I got 21 points in my first 30 days in business, and I got $500. All right? So that's how the company pays in your first 30 days. The second thing the company wants you to do is to introduce 2 tired and overworked people. All right? Well, this could be including yourself, but guess what? If you find 2 other people who wouldn't mind making money every time a bill is paid, well, guess what? The company gives you another $250 for a total of $750 if it's done in your first 30 days. As a matter of fact, it's even easier than that. And I would like for Extraordinaire in the chat room is one of my business partners. If you could text me the current promotion, I would appreciate it because I'll relay it at the end of the show. All right, so Extraordinaire, if you could text me the latest promos and the date when they end, I would appreciate that. So this is what you get just for starting your team. But this is the slide that should mean the most to you guys because this is the long-term money. This is, and I say this humbly, this is the money. I don't care what you're doing now. You probably don't earn money like this. And I really want to say that, and I say that from a respectful place. But it's safe to say that you do not earn money like this. Because what this simply means is that you can go to sleep on a Friday. You can wake up on Saturday. And you can end up with tens of thousands more in your account that did not have to come from you. Alright? Now I want to express, again, you are probably not accustomed to making money like this. It says residual income. In school, at least where I went to school, we were taught something that said linear income. Let's have a teachable moment for a second. When I went to college, I went to a great school, Hampton University. Okay? A lot of you guys might know me if I went to school with you. At Hampton University, we learned economics. Okay? We learned, supply and demand, but we didn't learn linear versus residual income. Linear is what we all know. All right? Which is you get a job. Okay, I got a job. Great. Let's say your job pays you 100 grand a year. You're already earning more than 97% of all Americans. Well, you make over 100 grand a year. That's great. But you only earn that money for as many hours as you can work. So if you decided not to come into work from January through June, your money stops because your employer probably fired you by then. They probably gave you a 1-week leave, but then after the next 5 months, they're probably like, he's out the door. You can't do that in a regular job, but you can do that in 5 Linx. Okay? This is something that we weren't taught. We were taught working for money, retiring on 40% of what we earn, and hopefully having enough money to live on before we hit the grave. Not establishing a legacy, and guess what? Our children have to do it again. What I want you to do is change your thinking, because once you can change your thinking, you can change your lifestyle, and I'm dead serious. And I'm serious, you guys. At the end of this, I want you guys to hurl out, throw any question at me, because I can tell you guys from a position of strength that this works. Okay? So here's how we earn money in 5 Linx. It says 5 Linx pays a commission on all customers. How much you received is based on your earned position. Now, another concept. Now, of course, we have linear income, which means basically you do something one time and you get paid over and over and over again for that one-time effort. All right. Another concept I'm going to talk about with you guys is leverage. All right. Now, leverage, all that simply means is that you're able to position yourself in a way, work within a system, and because you have an organization that's able to help you out, you can reap profits when that organization also does the work. Okay. So leverage. All right. So let's just illustrate what leverage is. All right. Let's say you get started and let's say you introduce 3 people into this opportunity. Now, it's probably safe to say that each of those 3 people know 3 people that you don't know, right? Well, if they do that, they do what you just did, well, now you have a team of 9. What if those 9 know 3? Well, you have 27 more. And what if they know 3? 81 more. And if they know 3, 243 more, 729 more, 2187. And so when I first saw this, I'm thinking to myself, I don't really think this is really that realistic. Because how can I just start off with 3 and how can that multiply into these numbers here? Now, I've been in this business personally for 14 months. I got started May 16th, 2011 at probably about 4 p.m. All right, I remember when I got started. And when I got started, I was number 6 on our team. Well, today, guess what? We're pushing 300 business partners. We're well beyond this threshold. And just a few months ago, we were at 99. This thing grows exponentially. So most of the people who are now currently joining my team, I do not know them. All right? And I definitely don't know their customers. And even though I delivered customers on my own, I'm getting paid on hundreds of customers every single month when they pay their bill. So it says 5links pays a commission on all customers. How much you receive is based on your position. So let's just use an example of how this works. Let's say you start off with a team of 20. All right. Let's say you have a small organization, 20 people on your team, and let's say each of them has 20 customers or 20 customer points. Because if you remember on the previous slide right here, 20 points is what you need to get your $500, right? So let's say you have 20 people on your team. Each of them have 20 customer points, and let's say your commission value is 50 cents. Now, our commission value, we get paid between 50 cents and $10 to the team every time a bill is paid. But I'm just going to lowball it because I don't want you to say, well, Ricardo, you're exaggerating, you're giving all these crazy examples. This is what you can earn very, very quickly just by getting started with your own team. Well, in this example, just by having 20 people on your team with 20 points each at that low value, that's $200 a month. $200 a month that you're getting just by having a small team. Okay? All right. So now that is just an example of what happens when you first get started. But for all my mathematicians, you already understand what this is. This is an equation. So just by changing one digit, you can change another digit. So what if instead of 20, you have 200 people on your team? Now look what happens to your income every single month. Every time a bill is paid, just by you having a team, each of which has 20 billing customers, at that same little commission value, your residual income is now $2,000 every single month because people are simply going out and paying a bill. All right? Now, you don't have to understand everything I just said. However, just understand this. By people doing something that they were going to do anyway, now you can position yourself just like Verizon, Sprint, Con Edison, whoever your energy provider is. All right, well, guess what? You can get paid just like they get paid, which is every single month, every time a bill is paid, just because someone you don't even have to necessarily know is paying a bill that they have to pay anyway. In a recession, these bills are being paid. Are people paying their energy bill in a recession? Yes. Are people paying their cell phone bills in a recession? Yes. When I went to the unemployment line, when I lost my job, when I got fired, when I was in the unemployment line, there were people on their cell phones texting in the unemployment line. If I had known then what I know now, I would have been yelling 5links like, look, y'all, I could save you money and possibly make you money if you're business minded. All right? Well, guess what? A couple months after that, I got into this opportunity, and since then, I've started to match the income that I was making as a software engineer on a monthly basis. All right? 9 months into this business. So now there are people in this opportunity, and I always use this guy as an example because a lot of you guys might be saying, well, I'm not a salesperson. I can't do this. I don't have experience. I can't do this. There's a gentleman by the name of Chad Thompson, 21 years old, got started, was homeless, was an electrician. Him and his mother used to live in a relative's basement, and within 2 years, not only did he buy his mom 2 houses, all right, to make up for the one that they lost, all right, he also just cashed a check for over $50,000 for last month after 26 months in this opportunity. All right, very, very, very powerful stuff. So this is what you get with just 200 people on your team, but if you add a 0 here, look where else you have to add a 0. All right, and this is an example of how we earn money. And guess what? As a national director, I earn way more than this little 50 cents. All right, so let's go into explain how we get paid on a weekly basis. Because every week, I love getting paid every week. Because even on our jobs, we don't get paid every week. We get paid every 2 for most of us. Well, guess what? There are 5 corporately held positions in this company: executive trainer, ET, ED for executive director, ND for national director, SVP for senior vice president, and PSVP for platinum senior vice president. Okay, now let's just go ahead and explain what these numbers mean. You can earn anywhere from $25 to $175 every time someone joins your business. So let's just take a position that's middle of the road. Let's say national director position. Okay, and let's just say your name is Sue, all right, or your name is Bob, and let's say you get involved in this opportunity. You're national director. Let's say you do it in 2 years. I did it in 9 months, but let's say you do it in 2 years. And let's say in 2 years you built a book of business of 100 customer or 100 business partners and maybe 300 customers. Okay? Now let's just say at this time, well, guess what? You're a national director. Let's say you bring in 5 people in a given week to this opportunity. You show them the opportunity, they get started. You don't even have to explain it. You can literally push play on a DVD that we give you. They like it, they get involved, you get paid. You get $700 or you get 5 times $140 because 5 people joined your team. All right, now that's good money because this is part-time money that you could be doing on top of what you're already currently doing. All right, and you could be getting paid and building your business. Well, guess what? Let's say you go away on vacation. All right, let's say you go to Tahiti, Bahamas, Jamaica, wherever you want to go, whatever tickles your fancy. But just because you're on vacation, does that mean your other 99 business partners are on vacation with you? No. They're still at home building their business. You have some executive directors and executive trainers on your team. Currently, right now, I have 5 working on 6 executive directors on my team and dozens of executive trainers. All this simply means is this. Now, look, you could go on vacation just like me. I'm in vacation right now. I'm in Boston right now. But just because I'm on vacation, my team is still working. And let's say as a result of my team's efforts, 20 new people get started in the organization. All right? I would earn 20 times $55 because every time someone's coming into the business, I'm getting paid. And how many of us wouldn't mind getting paid for something we don't have to personally do? And I heard this from Robert Kiyosaki and from Donald Trump, that it is not going to make you wealthy if you have to personally put your hands on it for it to move. If you can make money while you sleep on the efforts of others, and simply because they're doing the same thing, they're building their own organization. But by them doing the work, you could be positioning yourself to get paid every time someone else does the work. Now, I don't know where you used to work, but at my Fortune 100 company, with over 300,000 employees worldwide, the biggest computer company in the world, it's a 3-letter acronym, and I'm not going to say it. However, at that company, I knew that I worked harder than my manager. I knew that I worked harder than my vice president, because while they're at the golf course teeing off, I was in the office getting teed off because I had to work 12 hours, 14-hour days, sometimes overnight because I work third party, and I would only get maybe overtime of an extra $100. Now you can hear the anger in my voice because I worked countless hours. There were birthdays that I missed because I had to work that job. And then I also had my part-time businesses because I knew that something had to change and I wasn't sure that my job could do it. Does that sound like anything that you guys are dealing with? Some of you guys work 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. All right, hoping that you can make up for money, but see, what we have to realize is that we only personally have 24 hours in a day. So if you're earning or trying to earn the money on your own based on what you do, you're never going to get wealthy. And I just want to give you guys some real talk, because it's not going to work that way. You're going to have to find a business or a business system to position yourself in so you can make money every time someone gets paid or every time someone saves money on a bill. All right? So let's go into what happens, and this is why I'm so ecstatic, because this is happening for not only myself, but a few members on my team, including the person who brought me into this business only about 16 months ago, all right, who got started 16 months ago. Now, when we get promoted from national director to senior vice president, things change. All right? Now, let me show you guys something that's very, very sobering. All right? You get a corporate benefits package. At this level, you attain 5,000 stock options. Now, I say that before the car because the stock options, this really equates to wealth. If you guys know the story of the Google brothers, the guys who got started and formed this little old company called Google, which is now worth billions upon billions of dollars, the people who own stock options in Google are totally wealthy today. They made over 1,000 millionaires and a few dozen billionaires because of the people who got involved and had stock options. All right. Well, this is 5,000 stock options in an Inc. 500 company, which was just recently featured on NBC News and the Wall Street Journal. This is powerful. In addition, yeah, the company gives you a free BMW. Now, I know a BMW, for all of my investors out there, this is known as a depreciating asset, because when you buy it, as soon as you take it off the lot, it loses value, right? Well, what if it's free? This is a free car. The difference between paid and free is that, guess what? The company takes the note, you take the car. And it's a symbol of them saying thank you. It's a debt of gratitude for hitting this position. In addition, the company gives you a Global Linx bonus. Every time a Global Linx product is sold, you get a percentage of that sale. In addition, all the senior vice presidents get taken on an annual vacation. All right? This past year, just last week, they took all the senior vice presidents on the Bahamas. All right, all expenses paid, food and drink. You leave your wallet at home. They give you a purple wristband, lobster at 4 in the morning, whatever tickles your fancy, you get that. Last year, they took all the senior vice presidents on a Mediterranean cruise, Italy, Spain, and France, all expenses paid, because it was the 10-year anniversary. So they do put the representatives first. You also get a $1,500 a month expense account they're eligible for just for hitting this position. All right, now here's the more powerful thing. Because at this next level, which many of us are doing, a lot of us, we're not even aiming for senior vice president, we're aiming for platinum. Because once you hit platinum senior vice president, things completely change. Because you keep the BMW, you keep the 5,000 stock options, you keep everything the company already gave you, but now, guess what? You also get a Bentley. You get a $4,000 monthly car note or car allowance for this car, and the company takes the entire car note and they put the Bentley in your driveway. You also get a platinum pool check. All this simply means is that the company takes their annual profits and they divide it amongst all the platinum senior vice presidents. Okay? Last year, a lot of our platinum senior vice presidents were receiving anywhere from $90,000 all the way up to $120,000. This is a one-time check once a year that they get because of the profits of the company. Last year, the total platinum pool was $1.1 million. It got split between 12 people. This year, guess what? That platinum pool is expected to top $2 million. We're doubling in growth still in a clear recession. And guess what? People who hit this position are easily seeing six-figure checks. You also get 5,000 more stock options. All the fellas get a $10,000 ring, and all the ladies get a $10,000 diamond-studded pendant. Okay? Now, I want to show you guys a picture of a lot of our platinum senior vice presidents. I've met all of these individuals personally. All right? And this is just to show you the power of this business, because let me give you an example. Our top money earner in 5 Linx currently is Tashina Pettiford. This woman got started when she was 29. She's now 34. All right? And guess what? She earns over 6 figures monthly. Just purchased an 18,000 square foot mansion in Virginia and was a school teacher before this. No experience. Then you have these two people. These are already professional. These are real estate investors who got involved. Now earning tens of thousands of dollars monthly in this opportunity. This woman was in pharmaceutical sales. This gentleman was a sushi chef. This gentleman was a bus driver. This gentleman was a concert promoter. All right? IT analyst right here with his wife. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what walk of life you come from. You have the potential to hit this position if you apply yourself. All right? Now, this is a franchise model. Okay? So they always say it takes money to make money. If you want to buy a McDonald's, which they teach you the system, and you get in, well, guess what? You have to pay about $1 million to start your own McDonald's franchise. IHOP, you have to pay well over $1 million. Matter of fact, one of my business partners actually is the most successful and the #1 IHOP owner in the entire U.S., Mr. Dave Cox. All right, a gentleman that I've had personal, candid conversations with because he's my partner. And guess what? If you partner up with us, you get to also talk to powerful people like this. The network in this thing is unmatched. Unmatched. All right? But here's what happens. When you get started in this opportunity, there's 2 levels of membership. I'm sorry, I went to the wrong screen. There's 2 levels of membership. Okay? Now, the first level of membership is customer representative. All right? And then you have independent marketing representative. Now, let me just differentiate between the two. Wow. With both of these levels, you get to market the products and services. You get your own website. It's 24 hours, stays open. You get to market future services. You get to market energy. Here's the difference. No bonuses at the customer rep level. No quick start bonus, no open line bonus, no customer acquisition bonus. Now here's the most important thing. Because I know none of us probably have 249 sitting on the dresser, let alone 99. All right? Now, here's the thing. If you get started as a customer representative, you only make money off the customers you personally introduce into the business. All right? At this level, you make money for building an organization, all the bonuses, plus you also earn a percentage of every customer who comes into your business, even if you didn't personally bring them in. That's the difference between these two levels. Let me give you guys some real talk. When I got started in the business, I personally start off with 21. Currently today I have 37 customers that I personally brought into the business. That's great. But guess what? I'm getting paid on close to 600 customers because of our great organization. All right? Now, that's the power and the difference between these two levels. Okay? Now, again, what I want to do is introduce to you our quick start bonus, and I want to thank you guys in the chat room for refreshing my memory. Now, here's how it works. All right? This is what it is normally. Normally, you get 20 customer points and get $500. All right? If you introduce 2 people to your book of business, you get another $250 for a grand total of $750. However, this is what the company is doing. All right? So, guess what? Between now, if you get started between now and 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, July 8th, which is just the day after tomorrow, this is what the company is doing. If you introduce 2 people and you get just 10 points, not 20 points, but 10 points, well, guess what? The company is going to say, okay, guess what? Congratulations, you get $750. All right? 2 people and just 10 points. Well, let's say you're an overachiever. If you know you can get 3 business partners, all right, and get 15 points, the company's going to cut you a check for $1,500. And if you get the full 20 points and you introduce 4 people to this opportunity, you get $2,000 if done in your first 30 days. All right? So this is serious. Very, very, very serious. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, you're in business for yourself but not by yourself. This says training and support. You have unlimited training and support. You can do this business online from the comfort of your own home. I'm going to demonstrate that in a moment. You can do it online in the comfort of your own home. Also, you get my phone number, or whoever introduced you to this opportunity, whoever got you onto this webinar, get back with them. They're going to show you how it works. You also get a personal website. Every time a product is sold, a service is acquired, you see that it was acquired, and guess what? You get paid by them just going to your website, which is already built when you get involved. You also get business reporting. You see where all your money is going, how big your organization is growing, all the statistics you could possibly need, and how much money you're getting paid down to the penny. And you also get access to local, regional, and international training events. As a matter of fact, if you guys save this website, go to www.5linxevents.com. We actually have a regional event coming up on Saturday, July 14th. It's happening simultaneously in over a dozen cities all across the U.S., including Boston, different cities in Connecticut, New York, Atlanta, L.A., Northern California, all over the place. This regional event is going on where you can actually see this thing and make sure that it's real in person. All right? But you don't get that quick start bonus. Keep that in mind. All right? But ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the end of the presentation or the conversation. But I do want to show you guys, if you guys are interested, and if you're curious, if you're like, well, Mr. Suber, how does this thing work in your first 30 days? All right? How do you really get started? How can I actually get these figures in my first 30 days? Now, I'm going to go ahead and briefly explain how that's done. This is called the quick start process. And what I want you guys to do, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to, ask in the chat room. Give your personal testimonials. I see we have some business partners in the chat room right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer questions in the chat room. But what I want you guys to do is watch this very, very, very brief, 7 or 8 minute. It's called a quick start training. It shows you exactly what you need to do in your first 30 days to get started rocking and rolling in this business. All right, check this out. And this is what we deliver to all our new reps and everybody who gets involved in this business. So this is actually what you're going to be expected to do in your first 30 days. I'm going to run through this real quick, and then I'm going to go through a quick training on how to do this business, all right? So I'm going to give you, this is like a bonus, like a whole bonus show. So take notes and check this out, all right? So this is called our WGI, WorldGate Industries Quick Start Plus. Now WGI is, in a way, it's like a subdivision of 5LINX because we're all 5LINX. However, two gentlemen, C. Anthony Harris and Barry Donaldson, their downline in 5LINX is called WGI, and they actually consist of about 80% of the business. And these training tools are used throughout the company, and they have something called your Quick Start Plus training, and this tells you exactly what you need to do in your first 30 days, down to the penny, how much you're going to pay, and exactly how this business works, all right? So now, the first thing in your Quick Start Plus, it talks about the first step, and that's to choose your starting position. $249 is the amount that you pay for your license, okay? You also, your overhead in this business is $49.95 a month. That's your overhead in this business. Every month you're paying $49.95. All right. Now this hosts your website. This includes your advanced trainings. We have a lot of trainings on something called 5LINX TV. I'm actually going to show you guys that in a moment. But this is your advanced trainings and all that good stuff. You can prepay that, but this is going to give you 3 points. All right. So this is $249 plus your monthly platinum services, all right, as an independent marketing representative. All right, now the next thing the company wants you to do is to become qualified and start earning money. The first way you become qualified is you become commissionable by acquiring one Global Linx customer. All that simply means is that since Global Linx is our flagship product, you either become a customer or you help someone else become a customer, because how can you introduce this technology to someone if you have no idea how to use it? What a lot of people do, let's say they don't have home phone service, they get the app on their phone. If they don't have an app, well, guess what? They go ahead and get the GSP-10 software. But by doing that, that's actually going to get you 2 points. All right? So this is how you become commissionable. The second thing is you convert all of your personal services to 5LINX services. All right. Now this was a no-brainer for me because I was trying to get my 20 customer points, and at this point I was already at 5 points. Well, by doing this, you know, you can upgrade or change your cell phone plan, and those cell phone plans are ridiculous. They're nice, and many of your Android phones, your state-of-the-art Evo 4G phones, many of them are free or super cheap. Home security, internet, you convert all the services you can, and you can acquire 5 to 7 points or even more in your own household. All right. You also have commercial services you could do this with. Last but not least, you become energy certified to be able to market energy. The only cost associated with this is a one-time $45 fee, and you can market commercial, residential energy, solar energy, any kind of energy we got. You can market that. All right. And this is actually a 5LINX card. Everybody gets one, and this is actually how we get paid. All right. Now, the next part of this just pretty much shows all of our products and services that we already went through. All right. Now, this next particular slide says schedule your 30-day game plan session with your upline executive. All this simply means is that one of us, we're going to sit down with you, or we're going to be on the phone with you, and we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. We're going to review this with you, and we're going to help you get started. This also says download your personal copy of the WGI 30-day Quick Start Plus game plan. All right. Now I actually happen to have it right here. Pow. All right. And this is actually a document that we all have. We get to go through this, and it actually shows you all these same steps that we were going through. All right. You go through these steps, you become successful. This is a turnkey business. You go in, you follow the steps, and you become successful. All right, you guys. All right. So now let's go back to the presentation here. Your next step is you want to create your list of at least 50 names. All right? Sorry, just checking my volume. Want to create a list of at least 50 names. All right? So 25 potential customers, 25 potential business partners. All you need to understand is that customers, we divide them into 3 levels. Reds are the people who readily say yes to you. Greens are people who may say yes to becoming your customer, but they have a lot of questions. Then you have your rotten apples. You spend none of your time with your rotten apples. You want to spend most of your time with your red customers. All right? Now, your potential business partners, you want to create 25 potential business partners. Your reds, these are people you look up to. Greens, these are people like your siblings, your coworkers. These are people on your same level. And blues are the people who look up to you. Typically, your reds, typically they understand business. They understand what overhead is, and they have no problem paying the $49.95 fee. Your greens, they could be, could be slightly reddish, or maybe they don't understand. But then your blues, typically these are people who don't understand business. However, your blue could always lead you to a red. All right? So now, the next step in your Quick Start Plus is triple your investment by becoming an executive trainer in your first 30 days. Connect 10 customer points in your first 30 days, you get $100. Connect 20 customer points in your first 30 days, you get another $400. Sponsor 2 qualified IMRs in your first 30 days or less, get another $250, and you do the training, and you get $750 in your first 30 days. This is exactly what I did. I was actually able to do this in my first 3 weeks. All right? So the next thing the company wants you to do is launch your 5Linx business with a grand opening. All right? Just like if there's a new McDonald's in your area or a new Panera Bread, you also want to have a grand opening. And let me tell you guys, this is where a lot of us fail. A lot of people in this business fail. They have one grand opening on day 29 and they wonder why they don't get their money back. You want to schedule your first one within 5 to 7 days, and you want to have 4 in your first 30 days. You do this, and basically you invite folks over to your house just to let them know you're in business. All right? They get involved, they come onto your team. So this is your next step. Launch your business with a grand opening. All right? Now, step 7, join all weekly conference calls and webinars. These are a few right here. We actually have a whole lot of them. We actually have our own team call every Tuesday. But these are important because this allows you to stay plugged in terms of what's going on with the company, tells you about different promotions and all that good stuff. All right? Next, step 8 is to register for the upcoming 5Linx National Training Event. Our next event, as I already stated, is in Las Vegas. This is the registration fee when you get involved, and this is also going to give you 2 customer points. These events are very, very powerful, and the beautiful thing about being involved in your own business is that this is a 100% tax write-off. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to say 100%, but it is definitely a tax write-off just by going to this event. So why not go to Vegas, have fun, write it off on your taxes, and you're also learning and building your business. All right? Next step, 30-day recap. This is just an overview. Again, just to review, there are 2 main ways of getting involved in this business. Most people do what's known as the standard launch. The standard launch, all that simply means is you pay your $249. All right? You also pay your first month of platinum services, and then your Global Linx value plan. This includes your activation, your taxes, and all that stuff. For your first month, you're looking at an investment to get involved of about $360 or maybe about $400 if you get energy certified. All right? So don't tell me, I thought it was $249. $249 gets you in the building because you're paying for your license, but you're going to need $360 to $400 to get involved in this business. All right? In addition, you have your platinum launch. This is preferred for people who want to hurry up and get to the next position. They realize there's a cost of ownership, and they simply can afford to pay for extra items to get them to that 10 customer point threshold. Because if you get to 10 customer points, you have 2 people who are involved in the business, you're going to get $750. And just by getting 10 points, you're already getting $100 back. So really your investment is $565, but that's minus $100, so it's $465. So you guys see how it works. These are the 2 main ways to get involved in this business. Most people get in here. All right? And last but not least, step 10 is to become familiar with your virtual office website. All right? So I'm actually going to show you guys a taste of what this website looks like. And that's basically all this says. You become accustomed and used to your virtual office website. So what I'm actually going to do, you guys see my YouTube page. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to log in to my virtual office. And you guys are actually going to see what this thing looks like. Now I'm going to try to maximize my screen as much as possible so you guys could just kind of get a flavor as to how we do it in 5Linx. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and hide my login information, but This is how you log into your virtual office. Make sure only the necessary information is in here. So you see some of my statistics, okay? So you see, you see my name right here. You see I'm a national director, my city, and everything else. Now here's the important thing, you guys. You have all these tools available to you. This is included in your Platinum Services. In your Platinum Services, you have this module here. This is the stuff that you normally can't see, but because we're using this software, you can kind of see this business. So Platinum Services, this is actually what you're paying for. You have something called 5Linx TV. You get to actually do these live trainings, and you can actually see footage from previous conventions. This is hours and hours and hours of high definition video where you can actually see people, talking about this business opportunity. Okay, so this is very, very powerful stuff. Let me see if I already have something up. Let me see. I'm actually gonna find a training here, something that was pretty good. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, is that you have all of these high definition videos. This is great stuff. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually bringing something up right now.
And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But don't knock me for trying to bury.
You can actually see the various people in this business. They're talking about the business. And these are just an example of our trainings. This is a world-class company. And the reason why we have all these multimillionaires in this business. This is a gentleman by the name of Steve Carter. The reason why we're doing so well in this business is because we have world-class training. We also have something called 5Linx University. And when you go to 5Linx University, this is how you start off your training. Just like with Hamburger University, you're actually able to do your own training. These are our training modules. So, there's training, and you actually have to go in and you have to do your training. But when you do your training, you're going to become successful. So you guys, so I'm going to put this camera back to me. I know you can hear me, and now you can see me. All right, so, and thank you so much. Joan is someone I actually went to school with back in the day. Anyway, nice to see you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. What I'm actually going to do is just leave off with just something that I usually always leave this off with, and this is just to show you the power of this opportunity. All right, and what you're going to see is actually, because seeing, in my opinion, seeing is believing. When a good friend of mine told me about this business, it was like, you know what, you need to take a look at this. I was like, and then he told me, well, you know what, a good friend of mine who happens to own a lot of Brooklyn. He owns Crystal Manor, a gentleman by the name of Kevin Johnson. His family actually came over as immigrants, and now they own $1 million property in Brooklyn. He was like, he told me to get in this, and I'm getting in, and I'm telling you, you need to get in. And I've always known this guy to be trustworthy, but it really wasn't until I was able to see for myself what this thing was doing that I got in. So, I want to congratulate Joan, congratulate everybody, and I want to charge all of you. I don't care who introduced this video to you. Get back with the person who brought you to this presentation and let them know of your interest level. All right? So with all that said, you know what? There's always 3 types of people who see all this stuff. First type is not interested. Now, if that's you, at least think enough of the person who brought you to this presentation and support them in business. All right? Be a customer, or at least give them some references of people who you think would help them in business. Second person says, you know what, I like it, but I have questions. All right. So what you're more than welcome to do is you can call me, or if someone else came to this presentation, or if someone else brought you to this presentation, give them a call. If you want to call me, my number is 347-450-3595. 347-450-3595, and you'll get me directly. All right. So if you have questions, feel free to ask me. Third person is like, you know what? I'm all in. All right. It just makes too much sense. Joan was one of those people. Thank you so much, Joan. Again, we'll talk later on. And if that's you, get back with the person who brought you to this presentation, or if you saw it through one of my invites on Facebook or whatever, text message, get back with me. Call me again, 347-450-3595. But regardless of how you found out about this presentation, if you're ready to go, we're going to get you started. I just hope that if you are the first type of person and you're like, this is not for you, just don't let it be one of these 4 reasons. First person says, I don't understand it. You know, it's too much. What I want to say to you is, wherever you currently work at, did you understand 100% of your job before you got started? Answer is no. None of us knew what we were doing when we got started. And for many of us, you know, we've probably been there for a couple of years and still don't know exactly what we're doing. However, you do cash that check, and you did cash that first check, did you not? All right, so this is a learn as you earn business. Second person says, well, you know what? I understood it. I just think I can do it. Remember that slide where I was telling you the school teacher, the sushi chef, the bus driver, and the promoter are all platinum senior vice presidents. No experience in this industry. You don't have an excuse. Third person says, I don't have enough time. That was kind of like me because I was doing a lot of other things, but you have to honestly ask yourself, and I say this respectfully, are you busy or are you busy broke? Because a lot of us, we're working and we're working and we're working and we're still just earning ends meet. When is the cycle going to stop? You can actually incorporate this business for an hour or 2 a day, work this hard, and within about 3 to 5 years, you can retire yourself and your family. All right? Third, or the fourth type of person says, you know what, I don't have the money. And I say this respectfully. Respectfully, if you don't have $249 and really an investment, if you don't have $500, if you can't get your hand on $500 for something that can change your family's life, I'm not talking about Gucci's, I'm not talking about the new Air Yeezys, Jordans, I'm not talking about new chandeliers or new luggage set. I'm talking about something that could set your family for life. If you don't have that money, then something needs to happen today. You need to do what you can to scrounge up the money. But in the meantime, get back with the person. Let them know that you're interested. And then we can help you come up with the money, raise the money, and save the money so you can put yourself on the path to financial freedom. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching. Trying to see if there are any more questions anybody else asked. No more questions. So again, get back with the person who brought this to you. Call me up. 347-450-3595, and I will see you guys at the bank. Take care. Enjoy this video. This is Tashina Pettiford, former school teacher. Within 6 years, with this opportunity, earns over $100,000 a month, not a year, a month, and just moved to an 18,000 square foot mansion because she saw the opportunity and she took action and she worked this business. Check this out. Take care. Have a good night.
All right, listen up, guys. We are here, Vienna, Virginia, in front of a mansion owned by double platinum senior vice president Tashina Pettiford, one of the top earners in all of network marketing and in Linx. We're about to go inside and hear from some of the best on how to make it to the top, how to never work again at a regular job, and take your income to a level you've never seen before. My name is Kurt Anderson. I'm a national director here with Linx, and I'm gonna show you what the best have to say and how to get to where they're going.
Tonight is our Diamond Christmas Extravaganza, and we're in the home of, my home, Tashina Pettiford, Diamond Platinum Senior Vice President. I'm really excited to have everybody over here. It's, the end of the year. It's time to celebrate and really be thankful for everything that we've had this year. Now we're in my bedroom, and this has a diamond theme. I figured I might as well pimp it out. I have the bed that has the crystals in it, and it's silver. The mirrors on the wall. The ceiling has metallic silver, as well as the walls, and we have a black and white theme over here where we have the cowhide on the floor. And this is the sitting area. We're still putting a few things together, but it has a black, white, and teal theme. And we have some of the business partners that are here in the home, and they're viewing my closet. So let's go take a look. And if you come in here, I think every lady out there, every lady dreams of a huge closet where you can put all your nice things. And I don't think it can get any bigger than this closet right here. So now we're in my closet. A big part of what we do in network marketing is definitely building the dream, and I'm so thankful that 5 Linx has allowed me to move into this huge home with my family, but really to be able to share it with my partners.
Bob Smoke, Merry Christmas, we're excited, we're doing it big. This is how we do it as Platinums.
We want to say thanks for all of our business partners that came out tonight. We're having a great time. It's a great way to close out the year. I look forward to everyone's success in the year of 2012. This is the office, and I wanted to bling it out. So we have the chandelier. I put the crystals in the sofa. We have the crocodile in the bathroom on the walls, and it has a red and silver theme. Wine cellar, and it's on its way to being filled up. Here's the theater room where you can sit back, relax, and watch a great movie. I'm double platinum Senior Vice President Tashina Pettiford.
I told you guys there's going to be some major players coming out tonight. All right, now we have one of the tops, and not just in 5 Linx, but in all of the industry here tonight. It's going to tell you a little something about what it takes to get here, why you need to be here next year, and how he got to the top. I want to introduce you to double platinum Senior Vice President, my man, Stan Richards.
Hey Kurt, how you doing?
Good, brother.
Well, let me tell you guys, I'm excited to be here. This is just an example of what's possible when you work hard. I remember when Tashina and I got started in my basement 5 years ago. Now to be here amongst millionaires at her home, just a beautiful event in her mansion, as you can see. It's just incredible, and I just thank the Lord for her and all her hard work and this example of what she's doing in the industry, man. And Kurt, and I thank God for you, because you look like a platinum Senior Vice President with this company too, brother.
I'll follow your footsteps, Shane.
Hey, look, man, it's here, it's our season, we're gonna make it happen. And if you're watching this, Bob, I want you to put this on YouTube, MySpace, Facebook. Guys, there are no jobs, period. There are no jobs. You're gonna have to go out and create your wealth. And what we're doing is just an example of what's possible when you tap into your dream and your passion. So we look forward for you to partner with us this time next year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, y'all heard it live from Stan the Man Richards, top in 5 Linx, double platinum, Senior Vice President, my man. All right, I'm National Director Kurt Anderson. I have the great privilege of being here with my man, Tupac the Rent-A-Court, double platinum Senior Vice President Tupac the Rent-A-Court, on his way to Diamond, so he's at the Diamond Affair. Tupac, could you tell everybody why they should be here next year? All right, give them a little something about this affair.
Let me tell you, you can't put a price tag on this evening. You could have been here with all the double platinums, all the soon-to-be diamonds, and experience and just expand your whole vision and your dreams based on what's happening today in the same opportunity that you're involved with. You know, we all sign in the same back office, you know, but these are just extraordinary results. So I'm telling you, there's about 8 shower heads in 1 bathroom. There's about 11 bathrooms. I mean, guys, this is the type of stuff that you need to see to realize that the dreams are real. Get back to dreaming. Rub shoulders with the dreamers, and your dreams will come true too. Don't miss the production next time. You know, hit ND, get there when we tell you. I'm telling you, it's a perfect Christmas present to know that you can rub shoulders with the top, you can pick our brains and have conversations on a personal level, and let me tell you, it's just a matter of time before we see you at the top. So God bless you, happy holidays, and welcome to Tish's Dream.
And so I'm here live. I have the great privilege of talking to Senior Vice President Mondez Holland, about to be Platinum Senior Vice President. We're here at the Diamond Christmas Affair. But look, instead of me telling you, I want to hear from one of the best in the business about what's going on tonight. How's it going to help everybody in this business, and why should you be here next year?
Awesome. Well, appreciate it, Kirk. Hey, one of the things I want to let each and every one of you all know is that it's these type of events that really create the belief, that let people know that the work is not in vain. We're celebrating tonight amongst all of our peers for all the work that's been done in 2011 to create about change. And so what we're more excited about is that we get a chance to fellowship and network and get to know people that we've either seen from afar or we've been working directly together, but we've done it in a relaxed environment. So guys, whatever you got to do, you need to do what you need to do up front so you don't miss the next one next year, because all the Platinum Senior Vice Presidents, Senior Vice Presidents are just kicking back, getting to know the next wave of leaders, which are the national directors like my man Kirk here. And so next year that could be you, but you got to do what you got to do up front. So until next year, you guys take care. God bless, and I'll see you on the other side.
Guys, I have two of the hardest working people in 5 Linx right now. Thomas Littell, just breaking Senior Vice President, all over the news. If y'all ain't heard, y'all ain't heard. All right, we also got LaRod Smalls, way from NYC. All right, so I'm going to let these two brothers tell you a little something about what's going on tonight, and also, y'all need to tell me what's your favorite part of the house. All right? Okay. All right, let's do that, let's do that. Smalls, you up first.
Well, I got to say that I think this is just a fabulous example of what's possible when you're tenacious, when you're consistent, persistent, and truly it's a reflection of some good hard work and an excellent opportunity. We put it together, it's proven. You know, this is the type of business that some people may overlook because they can't see themselves being able to take advantage of it. But when you see people who have good vision and really put their nose to the grindstone and work collectively with some good people, extraordinary things happen. And my favorite part of the house is the bathroom. You got to see that bathroom. That bathroom is serious. Did I tell you see the bathroom?
Yeah, I seen the bathroom. All right, but I think my favorite part of the house is the theater room. The theater room is hot. But, I mean, I'm happy for Tishina. You know, a lot of hard work, dedication in 5 Linx, and this is the fruit of her labor. But the special thing about this is that anybody can do this business. That's the key. So all this does is inspire me to achieve higher heights and to get what I deserve, because 5 Linx is allowing me to make my dreams come true.
All right, guys, look, we have one of the best in the business, all right? He is one of the best trainers, one of the best top producers. Senior Vice President Phil Gert is here. He's going to tell you a little something about what's going on tonight and why you need to be here next year. Phil, take it away, brother.
Hey guys, you know, I got to tell you, this is one of the most exciting events I've ever been at since I joined 5 Linx. Tishina Pettiford's house is absolutely phenomenal. My favorite part has to be the kitchen. If you haven't seen the kitchen, it's incredible. But listen, you've got to be here next year. What does it take? It takes hitting national director. And the thing about this business is everybody here is willing to help you learn what it takes to do it. You just have to decide to get it done. Look, we love you. We want you to be here with us. And the only thing you have to do is make the commitment, and we'll be there to support you. This is an absolutely phenomenal event. You have to be here next year. Don't miss out next year. I'll be here. I hope to see you here. God bless.
All right, I'm here live with Lamar Clemens, the man who put Richmond on the map. All right, look, we're here at Double Platinum Senior Vice President Tishina Pettiford's house. My man is on the charts. He's going up to the top trying to hit Double Platinum. But look, I want you to tell everybody else out there what it takes to get here, and a little motivation to tell them why they should be here next year. Lamar, take it over.
In all reality, the way you can get to have these type of assets is you have to absolutely put the work in. The only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. So definitely go out there, be focused, have passion, be passionate about what it is you want to do, what direction you want to go, and follow the system. Make sure you know what the system is. Make sure you understand the ladder of escalation. Make sure you understand what direction that you need to lead your team. And then not just that, more importantly, make sure you become the leader that people want to follow.
National Director Kurt Anderson, right back at you. I'm here with somebody very special. All right, let you know this thing is international. I'm here with National Director, soon-to-be Senior Vice President Alicia Green from the British Virgin Islands. That's right, violence has taken over the islands, all right? So So look, I want to ask her, all right, from an international level, what it took you to get all the way here from the British Virgin Islands to this event tonight, the Diamond Christmas Affair.
Hey, it's a real pleasure for me to actually be here representing my team from the British Virgin Islands, from the Caribbean actually, because we do have partners in other islands, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Martin, Trinidad, and we're really working hard to spread 5 Links throughout the Caribbean region. It's a lot of hard work. I wish I had more partners here. That'll be the next trip, and I couldn't wait to see Tashina's home.
You're looking at Senior Vice President Kareem Payton and Senior Vice President Rashad Sanders, all right? So look, I want to ask them, why, how do you really get to this event tonight, all right? And why should you be here next year? And also, what else is the favorite part of this mansion house right here we got? I'm gonna let my man Kareem go first.
All right, absolutely. Well, listen, guys, this event is crazy. It's like historical. This is my 3rd year in the business. And the thing about this is that the only thing you got to do is get in this business, really take it serious, and really don't let anybody deter you or lose focus on what you're trying to accomplish. So right now, this event was for senior vice presidents, and not only senior vice presidents, but national directors that are really going out there and getting the job done.
We're just getting started. I'm telling you, without a shadow, without this company, over the 10 years running, over the next 5 to 10 years, we can't even talk about it. So when it boils down to it, hey, the opportunity is phenomenal. And hey, I'm just super duper excited. Best part of the house, bar none, is the basement. That's my spot right there, guys. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Kurt.
All right, my man Rashad. All right, I'm here live with Sonny and King Pinion, double platinum senior vice presidents with 5 Links. Look, they're here all the way from the upward parts of Maryland. But I'm going to tell you this, they're here for a reason, because they're one of the top producers in this business. But guys, I want you guys to please tell the people who are not here this time why they need to be here next year and what it took to get here.
You know what? Hello guys, I'm super excited to be here. This, first of all, is a mansion. You should see how my girl, double platinum senior vice president, Miss Tashina Pettiford, lives. She lives like a rock star. So, you know what? I'm so excited to be here. I'm glad that we're starting this, because it's time to reward and celebrate leadership. All of you indies, all of you SVPs, guess what? The Platinums want to treat you. You got to come here, hang out with us. We're going to share tips and secrets, little bits with you about how we got here.
So love you guys. Let's work hard this year, December 2012. We want you guys to be here with us, spend the night, hang out, have fun, learn how to do it.